Welcome back to my channel. If you guys would like to see how I got this fall look, please keep watching. Starting off with my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, put little dots all over my face, and rub it in until it starts to feel tacky. Using my NYX Honeydew Primer, I'm going to use this today so that my look can be a little bit extra dewy, which is what I was going for. Using my Infallible L'Oreal Foundation in the shade 208, I'm going to take a little bit on the back of my hand, place a couple dots all over my face, and using my Morphe M439 foundation brush, I'm just going to buff it out. I cannot pronounce that foundation to save my life, so I'm just going to keep that. Today as a highlighter, I'm going to use my Fit Me Concealer in the shade 25. I'm going to go ahead and put an upside triangle under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin, and where my smile wrinkle lines are. Using my Fit Me foundation stick in the shade 355, I'm going to take this as a contour shade today. I'm going to go right on the cheeks, the hollows of my cheeks, and down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and right under my chin. With my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, I'm just going to go in and blend out all the highlighted areas on my face. Going in with my Morphe M436 stippling brush. It's the smaller one. I'm going to go in and start blending out the contour. I'm going to use the bigger Morphe M406 stippling brush for the bigger areas on my face. With my Airspun Loose Powder in the shade Translucent, I'm going to put a little bit on the back of a beauty blender. I'm going to set/bake under my eyes. I feel like the beauty blender gets a lot more underneath the eye than a brush would. I'm also going to be setting under my chin, and I'm going to blow out just so that I can get those wrinkle lines right where I smile. With my Real Techniques 301, I believe it's from their Metal collection, I'm going to go back into the Airspun and just clean out my contour. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my Fit Me Pressed Powder in the shade 310 and my Morphe E3 brush. Obviously, I love Morphe and I love Fit Me. If you brush off some of the bakage, that's completely fine. You can go back and rebake if you want, or if it looks better to you, then just go ahead and keep that. Using my Kat Von D Shade to Light Contour Palette and my Morphe 523 Contour Brush, I'm going to mix the shades Sombre and Shadow Play. I'm going to try to find the hollows on my cheek. I like to turn my face to the side. I feel like I see them more that way. And I'm just going to blend upwards and a little bit onto the temples. I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics from the Pro Studio collection. It's just a small brush. I'm going to mix the same two shades and I'm going to contour or set the contour of my nose. I'm going to go back using the Real Techniques 301 from the Metal Collections brush, and I'm going to re-clean under my contour because It just needed some cleaning. With my BH Cosmetics 10 color blush palette, I'm going to take my Morphe E brush and I'm going to mix these two colors right here together, and I'm going to put them right on top of the contour, just a little higher, and a little bit on the apples of my cheek because I don't want to be looking like a clown. Using, of course, the Ultimate Fall palette, the Morphe 350 palette, and my Morphe M441 blending brush, I'm going to take that white shade and I'm going to set my whole eyelid plus brighten it up a little bit. Using the same Morphe brush, I'm going to take this brown shade and I'm going to use that as my transition color. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my crease and buff it towards the eyebrow a little higher. To build more depth into my eyelid, I'm going to take the darker shade and do the same exact thing, right into the crease and a little bit above. With the M433 blending brush, I'm going to go ahead and take this darker, I believe, brown shade, and I'm going to work that right into the crease, trying not to go too high, but right into the crease, you know, right into the crease. Using the same brush, I'm going to take this burnt orange and I'm going to work it from the corners, the outer corners of my eyes and into my crease. Using another BH Cosmetics brush from the Pro collection, I'm going to take this shimmery shade, I'm going to put that into my tear duct. This brush does not have a number, but it is just a like flat synthetic brush, I believe. I'm going to take that orange shimmery shade. I'm going to go ahead and put some on my brush and I'm going to spray it with my NYX matte setting spray just to make the pigment pop a little more. I'm going to place that on the center of my eyelid. Going back with my Morphe M433 brush, I'm going to take the dark shade brown again and I'm just going to buff out the outer edges just to make sure there's no harsh lines. Going in and packing on just a little bit more of that shimmery orange shade right into the centers of the lid, I believe, or the eyes, you know? Using another BH Cosmetics Pro brush, which they have no numbers, sorry about that. I'm going to take that white shade and I'm going to go ahead and highlight under the brow bone. Using my Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner, I'm going to make some wings that I don't know how to do on camera yet. And then now I'm going in with my Maybelline Colossal Mascara. I love this one. I feel like it clumps and gives so much volume to my lashes. Using my Morphe G0 brush, it's a big face brush, I believe. Why do I keep saying I believe? I'm just going to take off all that extra powder that I had still baking on my face. Using my NYX eyebrow pencil in the shade Black, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. If you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial on eyebrows, please let me know and I'll make sure to do it for you. With my Morphe E18, I'm going to take the same shade of brown I used on my eye, the darker one, and I'm just going to smoke out the bottom lash line. Going back in with my E3, I'm just going to run it around my face to make sure there's like no harsh lines anywhere on my face. To highlight, I'm going to use my Carli Bybel palette and just any fan brush. This one does not have a name, so I'm going to mix those two shades together and put them on the tops of my cheeks. Using my e.l.f. lip line, I'm in the shade, I think, Parline. I'm going to go ahead and line the lips, and I'm going to fill them in a little bit. And then I'm going to go back and with my NYX 06 Lippy from the lingerie line, and I'm just going to top it off. Step, I'm just going to set my face with my NYX setting spray in matte. Is the final result. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and all that social media shit. If you guys would like to see anything else, please let me know and I will try to do it. Thank you so much for watching.